is Mutave Mutavi. I come from Machakos, where I grew up and born and grew up. Sorry, and I am a creative artist. By this, I mean that I do a few things in this in terms of art forms. So I am a musician and I am also a crocheter. Yeah. I developed my interest in crocheting because my mom used to do this. She used to crochet for us school bags, sweaters, and clothes at some point, and that's how I developed my interest in music. My dad used to have. He had a small harmonica that he used to play every time he came home from work. So when he was away, I used to steal it and play it. And from just playing the harmonica, I wanted to learn more. I wanted to know more about music because there were these harmonies that it was producing, and that intrigued me much to just want to know more about music. Yeah. When I came to Kikuyu, I told my auntie that I wanted to be a musician, and she was like, you know what, music, there's no life in music. There's no money in music. You cannot, be a music, do whatever you want to do, like love music, but do something else apart from just being a musician, because first of all, she was saying that it's immoral. There is a lot of, it's not something that she would encourage a girl to do as a career. So from the word go, it was a discouragement, and I was persistent. I wanted to be a musician. So as I was doing other things, I was still pursuing music. I remember back then there was this show that was showing on Citizen, Tasker Project Fame. I applied. I went for auditions. I was trying to. I went for studios. I was just looking on avenues that would lead me or would just guide me to, being a musician. I wanted to be famous. Yeah. Yeah, of course, I have fond memories of my childhood. This might not not be relevant to what we're talking about, but I remember my dad used to brew what we call in my mother tongue kalobo. Kalobo is the local brew. He used to love it so much. So he used to brew this brew, and there's this one time that he had brewed, and we stole it with my brother, I think, and we used to, because we were going to look after gods, after the flock. So when we went to kwa kichaka, we fell asleep, and it's like we got drunk, and the animals went and ate other people's crops. And they came home, and then they came looking for us, and that was one thing that I always remember when I was a child. Another fond memory is not really a fond memory, but it's we had a goat that we used to call ngenge. So when my dad sold it, I remember we cried so much, like it was just weird. So yeah, amongst these I have other fond memories, but this is what I remember most. Yeah. I used to observe my mom do crocheting, and she used to make sweaters for us. She used to make bags to carry our books in school. She used to also make little skirts for us with my elder sister, and that's how I took a keen eye on how she used to just do crocheting, and that's where I picked it, and until from that time all the way to like this time now, like I've never stopped crocheting. Every weekend we used to have my dad used to come home, and we used to just have a party and dance around, because he loved so much to listen to music, and that is, I would say that is how I developed my passion for music. Yeah. Moving in from Machakos, where the sun shines, every other time, and coming to Kikuyu, that is one interesting thing that really caught me about Kikuyu, and I've lived like that entire time all my life, in Kikuyu, literally. So the foods, learn about mukimo, how they cook. Back then, now I am an expert in cooking mukimo, and people started seeing what I was doing apparently, and they started making orders. I remember my first order that I got was from back then my boss, and she told me that she wanted a top, and I did an orange top for her. And every time I would do a project, I would post it on Facebook. I would show it to my friends, and they would love it. And that's how I started making dresses for people, making tops for people. That's how I started making scarves and hats, all these forms of outfits for people. And at some point, it was my main source of income. And after some time, I also started making shoes. And now, with the weather in Kikuyu, I started making shoes and house shoes, that is, like, and people loved my work, and it's interesting, yeah. Okay, my journey as a flutist started when a friend of mine gave me a recorder, and the moment I played that little instrument, I knew I wanted a sound that was more fuller. I wanted a fuller sound, and so I went online and to just research and get to find out about this sound. Okay, this sound that just caught my my mind, and I stumbled on the flute sound. There was other different sounds, but I settled on the flute, and so I just ordered for the flute, and my friend from the States brought me. And when this instrument came, I had no idea how to assemble it, because it's in three parts. If you check, it's like this is the first part and this is the other part. So I did not even know how to assemble it. So I had to go online and learn how to assemble the flute, how to, just have an idea on how to handle it. And that's where, like, I would say my journey as a flutist started. I play in church. That is where I practice being a musician. I play in different bands. So that is where I would say I practice being a musician, in being a part of a band, and collaborating with other musicians. Yeah, what keeps me going as an artist is the passion for music, and and the passion to just wanting to put a smile on someone listening to me, or someone hearing me play my instruments. That is what keeps me going, and bringing out that joy, that smile, that jubilance in someone's spirit. Yeah. That's it.